Oh boy, it's Christmas. So good, it's Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Timmy.
Oh, what'd you get me, Dad? Oh my God, look at all these boxes. They're amazing. What's in it? I can't wait.
I can't tell you. You're going to open up the first one.
Oh boy, which one? Oh, the oddly shaped console-looking one.
Yeah, the one that has duct tape on it.
Oh boy, what? It's a fucking Wii U? What the fuck, Dad? I said Xbox One.
Okay, the homeless guy did not have an Xbox One, so you get what you get. Open up your next one.
Wii U sucks. Oh boy, hopefully it doesn't suck like the Wii U. Oh crap, not a ColecoVision. What is this, 1963? God damn it, Dad, you suck again.
Alright, we'll go ahead and open up your next one. Your last one.
Oh boy. This shouldn't be a fucking disappointment. You know what? Mom should have swallowed me.
It's a pet rock. You're right, your mother should have swallowed you.
This family sucks. Wii U, ColecoVision, and a pet fucking retarded rock. Here, come here, I'm gonna beat you in the face with it.
Hey, that was my pet rock. This is a family heirloom, okay, you little shit? Your mother should have swallowed you. Now go over there and pour me another fucking Jack and Coke,
Stop
alright?
beating Mom!
Keep your mother out of this!
No, after the holidays, you just stop being drunk and beating her
She's
Mom!
shoveling the snow, shut up! Pour me another drink!
I wish Santa Claus was real!
Holy shit, is that Santa Claus?
Oh my God, it is! Oh, he's so majestic and fat!
I thought he was part-time at the mall.
What the fuck? Oh, Santa Claus is real. Oh.
How the fuck did you get in my house?
Ho, 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 ho! I got in through the chimney, or your wife's back door! Ho, ho, ho! I got you a Christmas gift, Timmy, because you've been good and your father's a complete asshole!
Oh boy, what'd you get me, Santa?
I got you an Xbox One with all the games!
Who the fuck's gonna pay for that?
Not you, you fucking drunkard! Shut up and let me give this little boy the Christmas you could never give him!
Yeah, Santa, you tell him!
Did you bring me Jack Daniels?
No, I didn't! I brought you an AA card!
Well, fuck you then, you fat bastard. I'm gonna deck your halls.
Hey, that's my line, you fucking asshole! Come here!
What are you about, fatty?
I'm gonna beat you with an inch of your life! Oh! Yeah, take that! At the face! Oh, with the candy cane! Oh!
Oh, you knocked my dad out, Santa! Thank you! Now we can have a white Christmas! Christmas miracles do happen!
Oh yes, Timmy! It can happen! And if you listen to the EGS Productions Podcast this season, you will get all the trimmings of games, fun, and entertainment across the land! Internet! Pop culture and news!
What the fuck is EGS Productions?
Well, Timmy, sit down and listen to a fat man and a skinny prick talk about video games, podcasting, and more!
I don't know, Santa.
I brought you an Xbox One. I expect you to do what I tell you to.
Okay, Santa, please don't hit me. Oh.
So sit back and enjoy the EGS Productions Podcast with Steve and Nate from EGS Productions, coming from Steve's basement. I brought Steve, a fat friend, 7 years ago to be his friend because he was lonely and in the cold. But sit back and enjoy the EGS Productions Podcast. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and the EGS Everyday Gaming Society website. Go and enjoy it, boys and girls, and happy holidays! Ho, 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 ho!
God, Santa, that was long-winded and bullshit.
Fuck off, Timmy! Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
Yes, even the drunkard wants to listen to the podcast.
What's up, you guys? It's me, Nate, from Everyday Gaming Society.
And Steve, this skinny one.
Yeah, welcome to this week's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed our new holiday intro.
Yes, we're going to keep it up for the entire month in duration, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be something different. We might do a little improv every month. I don't know.
Every month. This is the intro you get stuck with, so enjoy it. Maybe when it gets close to December 25th, we'll do a special holiday where Santa Claus comes down and
it rains hell upon the drunk that beats his wife and makes her shovel snow.
Maybe he will make her his new Mrs. Claus.
Maybe. Who would play the girl, though?
I could play a girl. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. We'll get your girlfriend to play the girl.
Oh, God, no. We need to leave her out of our tormented fucking minds of the podcast.
It'd be kind of weird because I'm Santa Claus and I'm trying to make her new Mrs. Claus, so you might want to leave the room for a little bit.
And then apparently I already beat her. I'm an alcoholic that drinks Jack Daniels and fucking makes her shovel snow. What is that?
It's like art imitating real life.
God. Oh, yeah. I can't wait till the authorities come knocking down on my door this week.
What, you beat people? No, we here at EGS Productions, we do not condone
violence,
domestic violence, or violence of any kind.
No. So we just we just wrapped up that.
Those flashbacks of my earlier childhood and Christmas. I wanted an Xbox 360 so bad. What I got was like a dollar store crappy Atari plug-in and play.
I thought you were talking about your dad beating the shit out of your mom.
No.
It's like, God, this is getting really personal this week. Welcome to the Dr. Drew edition of the EGS Productions Podcast.
My dad's such a dick.
He never loved me.
No, my dad's great. Anyway,
mommy issues.
This week's so how was your holiday, your Thanksgiving festivities?
It was actually not that bad. You don't even know this. I think everybody else does. I went out of state and I had a fight in Tennessee, so I had to watch my weight on Thanksgiving, and then I had to work the next day, and then after that I drove 10 hours to Tennessee, had a cage fight, and then came back the next day, worked, and had my Thanksgiving yesterday. So,
and you didn't bother telling me at all?
No. So
why not?
Well, I put your name in my will in case I did die or have
You're
to.
You're an asshole. You wouldn't even tell me. I'm your closest friend. I want a divorce. What other secrets you've been keeping from me? Another fat man stuffed in a closet somewhere?
Yes, yeah, he's stuffed in the Harry Potter closet because he won't fit in a normal one, so yes.
You're an inspiration for birth control.
I just want to throw that one in there.
I'm taking away your soundboard. You're no longer allowed to have it.
Damn, you're ugly.
Okay, that's
Duke Nukem.
That's enough of Duke Nukem.
So yeah, it was fun, and then just fucking engulfed in anything that we had for Thanksgiving. All the leftovers, I just ate for hours straight. How was yours?
It was crappy. I worked for like 15 hours on Thanksgiving, and after cooking food all day at work, I didn't want to see another fucking piece of turkey ever.
I don't blame you.
So, but afterwards, like when I got home and I relaxed a little bit, like I was hungry, so I like scarfed everything in the fridge. I made my holiday biscuit. No.
Oh, that's right. The one that you were talking about on the podcast last week.
Yep.
It was just smothered in gravy. That sounded so fucking disgusting.
A little bit of everything. Oh, yeah.
It was just disgusting the way that you made it sound on the podcast. Going back through and listening to it, I had chills down my spine of what it would taste.
It's like a food orgasm in your mouth.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, everybody, hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving out there. And for our Jewish listeners, happy Hanukkah. I think this is the first time ever in history that it fell on the same day, right?
Yes, Hanukkah, the first night of Hanukkah fell into the first day of, actually the only day of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, crazy.
First time ever.
Yeah.
In the history of ever.
So there's actually another thing that I can remember that nobody else would be alive. My kids would not be alive. So I can tell them, yeah, I was around with rotary telephones and, you know, the first automobile.
I don't understand what we're bringing up because we're not Jewish.
No, we're not.
It's not like there was, like, Jewish brawls out in the street. And synagogues.
What would there be?
I like to think they get together and have like jujitsu like fights. You know what I mean? They fight over the ultimate Torah.
So you think a bunch of Jewish people get together one night a year on the first night of Hanukkah and have something called jujitsu when they just beat the shit out of each other.
No, it's like I like to think that there's a lot more than just like I know there's a lot more religious standpoints, but I'd like to think more that they just like do more than just get together and light the first candle of Hanukkah and sing songs and
presents.
Stuff like that.
You know, they get 8 nights of presents. Yeah,
which doesn't make sense because if the first night of Hanukkah falls on
Nate keeps pooping.
Merry Christmas.
We don't say I never gave you nothing. I give you black lung.
It's like I think that like because if it's eight crazy nights, like 8 holiday
Adam
nights,
Sandler's movie. Yeah,
if it's 8 nights of presents and laying, isn't the final candle supposed to be lit on Christmas?
To be honest with you, I don't even know.
I don't know. See, this is why we do not. I don't know.
I mean,
this is why we normally don't talk about religions in podcasts because, like, we don't know jack dick about anything.
No, I mean, we just celebrate Christmas every year, so I mean, that we know what goes on at Christmas. We just
follow the Coca-Cola Santa Claus.
Those Coca-Cola bears that were always on. God, that was always on the fucking commercials for years. And actually, there's copyright infringement to where they had to take them off because of animal rights bullshit.
You don't own the polar bears.
No, I'm just joking.
Seriously?
I can see them doing that, though.
I'd be pissed off. It's like, you don't own the polar bears, asshole.
But speaking of copyrights, let's go right into video games. I guess, with this picture that is up right here on my computer here, Nate, is Lindsay Lohan. As soon as you guys start up your Grand Theft Auto 5, you'll notice a blonde that is having the iFruit phone, and she's giving a peace sign. Well, Lindsay Lohan is ready to sue Rockstar, and
that looks nothing like her.
She is saying that is her photo that they just cropped and looked at, pretty much made it something like her, but it's not really her because it's not the same photo, whatever.
Prove it.
So, you know what? That's what's happening. And you've also realized that Shaggy Tudo from the St. Cloud Posse,
looks like a lot like Trevor's friend.
It's the same face painting. Yeah, the Trevor's slow friend. I can't remember his name.
That was the first thing I saw. Like when I saw, what's his name?
What's that?
Trevor's friend.
I can't remember his character name. Wayne or Wade?
It's either. I think it's Wade.
Okay.
When you first see Wade, I go like, dude, it's Shaggy from ICP.
Right, yeah.
And I go like, it's the ICP clown, yeah.
But it's so weird because he doesn't have face paint on in any of the cutscenes or in the game, but in that opening credits to where it shows paintings and whatnot, it has the blue and the white face paint on Wade.
Mm-hmm.
So I just found that a little interesting. Like, holy shit, it's Shaggy.
But it's not like Shaggy's threatening to sue.
No, I just think that he can really care less, to be honest with you.
He probably goes like, that's fucking dope as shit.
I know, exactly.
Like, Lindsay Lohan, that chick looks nothing like her.
No.
And I bet you $100 Rockstar could produce the model that they modeled after that person that they drew up.
I'm sure they could.
So she can go ahead and like bitch to high heaven all she wants. She ain't going to get a dime with that $3 billion they made. So whatever. Rockstar's a big enough company that they could put her like ex-heroin drug addict ass into the ground.
It's too bad that Lindsay Lohan is really cleaning up her act because we really have nothing more to talk about in the podcast about her. You know,
I do. We can't now.
Really?
She's a fucking bitch. She's like trying to sue Rockstar because she's broke.
Oh yeah. Well, this was coming from TMZ, and we all know how great TMZ is with their articles. So, is it really going to happen? I don't know. I'm sure it will, but I really think that it's going to it's going to be thrown under the bus, and nothing's going to happen.
I don't think she's going to get a goddamn dime out of them.
She shouldn't.
Like, they're a powerhouse compared to her. Like, go ahead. They have, like, tons of lawyers out the ass that get paid way more money than anyone you know.
Yeah, that is very, very true. I mean, they made $3 billion
in one day.
In one day, exactly. So is Lindsay Lohan worth $3 billion? No, not in my book.
She's a $20 prostitute.
I think
fine. She's a $5 prostitute. I was trying to make her feel better.
I was gonna say I think she upscaled from her prostitution of Nickelodeon, so she's doing better. She was on Nickelodeon, right?
She was on a Nickelodeon-based movie like Herbie the Love Bug. Actually, that was Disney.
Right. Yeah, that was Disney though.
And then it was Freaky Friday, which is another Disney movie.
Oh, that was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So anyway, getting back to video game news, fuck that skank Lindsay Lohan. Xbox One developer menu settings have been cracked already for the Xbox One.
That didn't take long. It took not even a week?
It has been revealed that by some users, they said that they found the secret panning. You know how back when your Xbox 360 would freeze or like it wouldn't do something? You remember that stipulation when they like, if you called the 1-800 number, they go like, okay, type this, and this. It'll pop up and it'll wipe all your half saves that you have.
I don't remember doing that, no. Actually, I never knew you could do that. So is it just pretty much deleting your cache and deleting all your temporary files?
It was basically a way to, like... It was either the Red Ring of Death, or it was something to do with the hard drive issue they had for the 360 model. Because instead of having people like spend a bunch of money on shipping, they started letting customers actually type in the developer passcode and wipe and do different things that the person on the phone would tell you to do. This one says that go to your Xbox One settings, input the following into your Xbox One controller: left bumper, left trigger, and then right trigger. If done correctly, the screen above allowing you access a screen with Microsoft that doesn't want you to access. So basically, it is the developer menu only. It's a way to manipulate your Xbox One home pages and everything they have in there. But Microsoft has already came out with an official press statement saying that if you do this, it'll void your warranty on your Xbox One.
It's amazing how you can internally void your warranty instead of, how you can tear apart everything and rechange your hard drive and whatnot.
I wouldn't risk it because they've already got enough problems. And if you void your warranty, you're fucked.
You're paying
That's $500 that you just voided.
Unless you got a lot of fucking money to where you just bought tons of Xbox Ones when they came out, where you can actually go through and troubleshoot this on your own. More power to you, but I sure as hell won't be doing it when I get an Xbox One. No way in heck.
So they've been having a lot of problems with the Blu-ray player on the Xbox One. But according to this article, through Uber Gizmodo, fuck Gizmodo, Xbox One plays DVD-Rs all right. So it's saying that you can play your pirated burnt DVDs just fine in the Xbox One.
I don't know that Microsoft thought of everything.
No, not really.
Their console.
But it's just funny how, like, I'm not really surprised because when the PS3 came out with the first Blu-ray player, they had the same problems. They had the same problems. You're going to feel that this with every new console that comes out. You're going to have problems because they hire tons of testers, tons of people to just look and play and touch these things. But when sometimes it takes idiots like us to find the most enamored things and destroy it even worse for the bugs to finally get shooken out. So that's why a lot of people play the wait and see game. I know I'm one because I don't feel like dropping $500 for a paperweight.
No.
So who knows? Maybe in the future when I know that everything's taken care of and hunky dory,
interesting.
I will buy one.
It's an interesting concept on how someone can just go and take someone's years and years and years of work and so many safety precautions that they suddenly put into this console and they just cracked it within not even a week's time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it probably got leaked out by a tester or developer.
Oh, I'm sure someone in the industry got drunk at a bar and was like, hey,
this.
You can do this and that and press A, B, and X at the same time. And
Microsoft gag order. Ha, 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 I'm drunk. No one can control drunk Jerry.
I am God.
Yeah. He's like trying to flirt with this like nerd chick at a bar, telling her all the inside Xbox secrets. And then she just like slips him a Mickey and runs away. So, how was your Cyber Monday?
I was very disappointed with a lot of the deals. I did not even purchase one thing on Cyber Monday.
Me neither, because I was looking desperately all over Amazon to have an excuse to buy something. And to be honest, like the stuff they were selling, like it wasn't bad stuff. It was just like crap.
To me, it was cheap. Cheap as in it would be a product that is already out on the market, but it was a knockoff brand.
Yeah, it's like a cheap product knockoff that they still want like premium prices for, and they only knock like maybe
$20 and free shipping.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. For Cyber Monday, you can feel that savings. But have you been watching some of these Black Friday videos?
I have not seen one.
Oh my God.
Are there a lot of trampoline?
Oh my God. There's
people
poor
dying?
lady. There's a video where this poor lady is like holding people back. Like,
wait, is she a worker?
She's a Walmart worker.
Okay.
She's holding. I told you Walmart was going to be a bloodbath. I told you. $99
You did say it,
Xboxes,
yeah.
like, people are going to die.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
She's trying to hold these people back, like, from coming through this aisleway, like, to the single file line. All of a sudden, this sea of people just, like, bum rush her and trample her. She is, like, on, like, you just have to watch the video. She's just like, kabam! Gets hit down really bad, and, like, people were, like, jumping over the fucking, like, conveyor belts, the freaking cash registers. It's like a herd of gazelle got, like, put into a Walmart, and they're jumping all over the aisles and shit.
Jeez, it's like running with the bulls, practically, correct?
I guess it's like the herd mentality. You know what I mean? Like like that's why wolves.
The cattle busted through the wooden fence and is running for their lives.
That's why wolves go after the stragglers, or like like the Serengeti predators
wolves
go after the
weak.
stragglers. They don't go after the main group because they can trample them to death. But I feel so sorry for people. They should get like full body armor and riot gear.
They really should. I think you should just have tear gas and those rubber bullets just start shooting people. Bad as that sounds, I think it would really knock down on crime rates for Black Friday.
I just feel so bad for those people on Black Friday. They already have to work the crappiest day of the season, and they get fucking trampled to death. And they don't even get hazard pay for Black Friday.
No, they don't. I was in retail 1 year for Black Friday, and it was the worst fucking experience that I've ever had in my life.
Do you have this? Well, fuck you then.
That's exactly what it was. You were their worst enemy.
Yeah.
Although that they showed up 5 hours late for the doors open, and their one item is no longer there, it's all your fault.
But here are some of the Cyber Monday deals. Okay, here's a couple of things you missed. But this is not even a deal. This is terrible. Day 1 complete bundle, 1 year of live gold, 2 Xbox games, and 3 years of extended warranty.
That's sad.
For $699.95.
Holy
at
shit!
Microsoft.
Why? Why would
To get
somebody pay that
altogether
much?
$750.
Holy God!
That
is not a deal.
That's
I'm
like
sorry.
a fucking new computer.
That's not a deal to me.
No, it's not. They called it a bundle package. They made it a shiny name and said, "Oh, you're getting a steal."
That's a very nice used car in our neck of the woods.
It's too bad the motor's filled with sawdust.
I know, that's like a trailer out here.
So, Battlefield 4 Premium Service PC download was $40 at Green Man Gaming, whoever the hell they are.
Battlefield 4 is still having a lot of DLC trouble on
Yes.
the Xbox One.
SimCity PC download $19.99 at Origin. List was $40, so half off. On Origin's Black Friday deals, they had Battlefield 4 Digital Deluxe Edition for $48.99, originally $70. I'm only going to read like the highlights on here. Mass Effect Trilogy was only $16 from $40.
Not bad.
Defiance Digital Deluxe Edition was $14.99, originally $30. Dead Space 3 was $11.99 compared to $30. And let's see, Bulletstorm was $5, and so was Dead Space 2.
Love Bulletstorm. Fucking love that game.
I don't know, man. Some of these
All in
deals
all, it
just
was a
suck.
very shitty Cyber Monday.
It was a shitty Black Friday and Cyber Monday, to be honest. It's not like the old days where it's like everything's 90% off. Oh!
That was when people died.
That was like Bloodbath City.
Maybe that's why they're going about and saying, you know, we shouldn't give 90% off or even 70% off a lot of things.
Oh
that
man,
are
we
very
should have went to
popular.
GameFly.
Oh no, they had a lot of good deals going on.
Yeah, SimCity Plus Edition was only $38.39, originally $60, and then Remember Me was $19, originally $50, and then Fallout New Vegas was $10 compared to $20, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 Complete Edition $5.99, originally $30. That has got to be the greatest deal I've seen for Grand Theft Auto 5, or actually Grand Theft Auto 4.
I was just going to say it's Grand Theft Auto 4, but it's still not bad if you have not played the 5th one and you just want to, go pick up the 4th one for the story.
Yeah. So, I'm going to say, yeah, all these deals really sucked. Really bad.
All right, let's go ahead and move on
Really
to
bad.
video game. So, Fallout New Vegas writer. Kilos that Dev is
New
hiring.
Vegas writer. Everyone dies that wrote this game.
I guess we got a little bit of Star Wars news this week's on the podcast, but EA is talking about an unannounced Star Wars game, and it's going to be an open world game.
So basically like Old Republic.
What was the one launch before Old Republic? It was so shitty, they pulled it. I cannot remember what the fuck it was. It was like an RPG to where it was so open, frame rates were horrible, it was crashing left and right, and they actually pulled it off the market. I'll have to sit down and do my research on it.
I cannot remember to save my life.
I know it was fucking horrible. It was really fucking bad. I know it was not Old Republic. Old Republic was actually decent. And I'm still pissed out that it's not for the fucking Mac.
Boot camp your Mac, you penis.
I'm not. Damn it. I am not.
See, all this could be easily solved, but Steve rather just go like, I'd rather bitch about it.
I'd rather bitch, because that's why we have a podcast, so I can fucking bitch.
So anyway, Steam reaches 7 million concurrent users.
Damn, good for them.
That's insane.
Well, they have a lot of good titles that are out there, especially older titles that they brought back. And
But according to them, more than 7 million of Steam's 65 million members logged into Steam Sunday
for the deal.
for the deals.
Yep, good for them.
And Steam, let's see, the peak figure was 7,190,547. And they didn't release any numbers on how much money they made, but I'm pretty sure they made a fuck ton. So, 2013's Holiday Gaming Guide has been released by PCMagazine.com. The release of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is officially kicked off. But don't forget the games. The lovely games that comes with us. So the first ones that are coming out is Anarchy Reigns for $29.99. Also Metal Gear Rising. It's part of the Metal Gear Rising series, I believe. Also Assassin's Creed 5 Black Flag for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, which will be $60. Available for all the new platforms and the older one as well. Also, let's see here, BioShock Infinite, which is going to be available for only the Mac, PC, PlayStation 3, and 360. These are basically just the hit, top games that are going to be for sale this holiday season.
Let's hear it.
Brain Age, Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, Dead Space 3, Drive Kick, Elder Scrolls Anthology, Far Cry 3 Blood Rain, Fire Emblem Awakening, Grand Theft Auto 5, Injustice Gods Among Us, Killer Instinct, The Last of Us, Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD, Lego City Undercover, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, ooh, Madden NFL 25, Mario & Luigi's Dream Team, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, and Minecraft. Manko, Where's Yours? NBA 2K14, Papa Wayo, no idea what the hell that game is. Payday 2, Pokemon XY, The Wonderful 101, Saints Row 4, Sonic and the All-Star Racing Transformed, Super Mario 3D World, Tomb Raider, and that'll be it for the holiday grab bag for PC Magazine's Holiday Guide to Gaming.
Shit, yeah!
Yeah! Shit,
What the
yeah!
fuck was that?
That's Carmine from the Gears of War series.
Okay. Why is he on our podcast? See, he's been trying to replace me all these years.
Yeah, right, with really crappy soundboards.
So, the new Naruto game. I know you don't follow anime that much at all.
No.
But it is basically gotta be like the only fighting game that we really have for Americas.
Besides
for the
Street
consoles.
Fighter?
Well, for the consoles. The new consoles.
Devil May Cry? I'm sorry, I can go
I
on.
mean, like Mortal Kombat style. Like, open sandbox, and then you basically go to missions, and then you fight each other like Mortal Kombat style.
Rip out someone's spine and shove it up their rear.
Basically, but you use jujitsu and, like, weird magical ninja powers. But anyway, the latest Naruto game has 100 playable characters.
Okay.
100. And that has got to be the largest, like, characters that you could choose from I've ever heard of in a game. And these are all actual characters based off the actual series.
Now, is this something to where you have to get and unlock as you go and progress in the game? I'm sure there are some characters, but how about the majority? What would you think?
According to this, it says the new game will feature 100 playable characters spanning the entire Naruto and Naruto Shippuden anime series, including brand new character designs by Naruto manga creator Mashichi Kizuyagamoto. And I probably just butchered his name.
I was just saying, if you just pronounced that, congratulations.
So, I'm assuming... I'm choking on my own fucking gas. Anyway.
Get the Febreze.
So anyway, I don't know what it is about you, but I'm like so comfortable around here. I can just like let it fly.
It's only when you sit on that bench.
It's so comfortable. It just cushions my butt so perfectly. So anyway, I'm sure that like you start off with like Naruto, the basic characters, and then you unlock them as you go along. I mean, I'm sure some of the more exotic characters,
like bosses and like huge scene battles, I'm sure it's going to come out a little bit later.
Yeah, more of the like exotic characters, like the probably like the not the Ninetales, but the Jinchuriki, the tailed beasts you have to unlock, or the Jinchuriki, or some of the more exotic, like powerful people you have to unlock later on.
Awesome.
You have no idea what I just said.
I have no fucking idea.
You need to start watching anime. It'll make you happier.
I did watch that one anime, High School of the Undead. Or High School of the Dead.
You like it because there's nothing but fan service and boobs and...
Did I still watch it? Yes.
Yes. I got another anime you should watch. It's called Welcome to the NHK.
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 That's what I said the first time. NHK.
You made it sound like NHK.
That's what I said the second time.
God damn it.
No shit!
So yeah, NHK, what does it stand for?
No idea. But anyway.
But you want me to watch it? Cool.
I can't remember what it means off the top of my head, but it's a anime about a guy that is agoraphobe. He's afraid of going outside of his own house. Like, for 2 years, he's basically been trapped in his own house because he doesn't like going outside. And this girl up on the hill this whole entire time has been spying on him, like watching him. And then she finds an excuse to go with her church book going mother to knock on doors and pass out pamphlets. And he like doesn't answer the door. He like kind of hides. And then he opens the door to grab the pamphlet they put in there, and she sees him.
So he's like shutting himself from the world. He's like keeping himself in his own little bubble.
Yes. Basically, he lives in his apartment and never leaves. And what she does is she leaves a note in his mailbox that says, "Meet me at this park at this time." So he shows up, like he goes like, "Screw it, I'm gonna do it." And he goes to this park, and then she makes him sign a contract for him to come to therapy sessions every week to try to cure him of his agoraphobia. And if he misses a session, he owes her 1,000,000 yen. So that's like $1 million US.
Oh, so the conversion rate is actually pretty accurate.
I'm pretty sure it's that. Since the last time I checked.
I know it's not Europe, because Europe, isn't it 2 times the amount? Like, versus our dollar or whatnot?
Let's see.
How the fuck that works?
It's actually slightly over $1 million in...
Oh, yeah!
Like, our million is, like...
Holy crap, there's a lot of zeros on the other side of that decimal.
That's a lot. I think it's actually $1 billion. $1 billion in their money. So if we're millionaires here, we could be billionaires in Japan.
But don't you think everything would be a little bit more expensive? Kind of like us going to California.
Or going to Brazil.
Everything more expensive in Brazil?
Well, they're selling, like, PlayStation 4s and Xbox 360s in, like, the $1,200 range.
Well, because technology is, like, not there in Brazil.
I don't know.
You probably won't be able to connect to the fucking internet. So it would be a paperweight for the Xbox One, because you cannot do anything with the fucking thing until you get that day one update.
Yeah, who cares? But anyway, yeah, so the Welcome to the NHK, it's basically this guy thinks that the whole entire world's a conspiracy and out to get him. And her job is to try to convince him that it's okay to come out and love, laugh, blah, 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 blah. But in his like foolishness to try to impress her and try to convince her that he's not agoraphobe and he doesn't like hide in his house, that he actually is a video game designer and creator. And he finds out that, like, in the beginning of the anime, you find out that he is he hates his next door neighbor because he always plays the same anime like pop song over and over and over again. He wants to kill him. So he kicks on the door one day, and his next door neighbor's like, "Turn that crap off!" And he finds out it's his best friend from high school. And then he convinces his friend to, like, we have to make a video game so, like, I could prove to her that I'm not lying. And it's like this weird triangle and stuff like that. And it turns out to be a really cute love story at the end.
Not bad.
But it's pretty funny, because, like, the product placement is, like, instead of Marlboro Lights, it's Waraboro Lights. They flip the M to a W. And, like, Coca-Cola is Coca-Cola.
So it's just kind of like Grand Theft Auto, how they take FBI and call it the FIB.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
The product placement's hilarious.
Okay, cool.
And now John LeClune's gonna kill us, or Jello Coon's gonna kill us for doing an anime review on the podcast.
You still cannot say his
Bonsai
name
Beat, please do not
properly.
kill us. We love you.
Yeah, we haven't given those guys a shout out in a long time, have we?
Listen to the bonsaibeat.com. Go to bonsaibeat.com and listen to the Bonsai Beat podcast, which happens every 2 weeks, boys and girls. They just released one, and I believe they just covered. Oh, good lord! What was the podcast? Let me pull up the
Fat chicks
podcast.
need love too.
Ain't that right, Nate?
What?
Fat chicks need love too.
What's that got to do with anime? I'm revoking your board powers. So anyway, they just
You shall
reviewed
not.
Flowers of Evil on episode 177. Listen to Zach and Jello Coon talk about Flowers of Evil. It actually sounds interesting, and I really would like to listen to it. Or not listen to it, but watch the
Right,
anime.
well, yeah, watch it.
But listen to them every 2 weeks. I heard next week they're actually supposed to be reviewing High School DxD, which is High School Dead, of the Undead, that you've watched.
The one that I was talking about.
Yep.
Hopefully, within the next couple years before I die, they'll be able to come out with another season. That'd be great.
It has been confirmed, but who knows when it's going to ever get done or
Exactly,
released.
that whole typhoon that went through and pretty much ripped apart half of the fucking country over there. It was
Damn
insane.
you, God. You had to ruin the perfect fan service anime.
It wasn't even a god. Blame Mother Nature. Well, in a way you can blame God, but anyway, we're not going to get into that. Desert Strike has got trademarks filed with EA. So if you guys remember the old PC Sega game called Desert Strike from like the mid-90s, it is now going to be hopefully coming back. And I hope it's going to stay true to what it was, and it's not going to have like a huge story to where it's just going to be a different kind of angles. I just want it to be the old school, flying the different kind of angles from a bird's eye view perspective of the game, if you guys remember it. That's what I'm hoping for, but I only keep my fingers crossed for so long.
Anyway, Strider Gallery, Hero, and Oberobro's Snake Boss. No idea what that means, but Double Helix has done a fantastic job keeping the spirit of the classic Strider games alive in the upcoming series reboot. In fact, it has even created a classic foe that no Strider game can be without: the Oberos, or Arboros.
Ovaries.
I have no idea how I would say that. But basically, it's going to be a remake of an old game called Double Helix. Or not, actually, the Strider games. Have you even heard of the Strider games?
Yeah, I have.
So I guess the old Strider games are a old arcade-based game that went to the NAS. They're actually doing a reboot, kind of like they did with Deus Ex. Used to be an old NES arcade game, and they rebooted it for the modern times.
Yes, it did, yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to do a better job than...
Deus Ex wasn't that bad.
The mechanics sucked.
It was... It had more of a Fallout kind
Syndicate
of feel.
did a great job, though.
Well, Syndicate did a really good job, yes.
Like, that was an arcade-based NES game, and they did a great job transferring that into the modern age.
I think the newest modern age, Mortal Kombat, how it went to a transition to where the game speed was like very fast button mashing, and now it's just where you really have to do your combos. So I wasn't a fan until like the latest Mortal Kombat, like Mortal Kombat 10 or whatever, like whatever the latest title was.
I think it was Mortal Kombat versus DC, wasn't it?
No, there was one after that, and that was the one I'm referring to. Because when I played Mortal Kombat versus DC, I just thought it was so slow, and I wasn't used to it being that slow a pace. And I was like, my God, this is fucking horrible compared to what I'm used to. But they just got away from the button mashing.
So, I think we're done with video game news. I think we should jump into tech news.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into tech news. I have just a few articles.
I have
week.
one. You know how we like to talk about the numbers about how consoles got released and bought and purchased, right?
Especially, the newer releases for the Xbox One and the PS4.
So, Sony has sold 2.1 million PS4s in November.
Kudos to them. Kudos.
Yeah, but it is kind of a low number, don't you think? Because they sold how many copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 in one day?
3 billion.
3 billion?
Well, $3 billion.
They made $3 billion.
So you have to think about $60 a game plus, collectors.
Yeah, but the
and all that
console
shit,
is
so
the
just do the math.
PS3. Let's see. So the PS4 is $400 a piece.
$400. It was $100 cheaper than the Xbox One.
So $400 times how many people do you think?
Oh fuck! I wouldn't even begin to know what that would be for the mathematics.
So let's see. $400, let's say, times a million people. That'd be $40 billion. So they didn't even sell a million consoles. They sold probably in the 500,000 people range.
But you also got to think, guys like us, we're going to wait for all the bugs to be worked out. And then maybe they're going to do another shipment. I know we talked about that they might not because of all the problems, but they might do another shipment just in time for Christmas or whatnot. Or the New Year comes around. Or they might just even say, just really push the advertising and the marketing to when they do have the consoles that are out where it's not in that 4% failure rate.
But that still seems like a really, really low amount of people. Considered how many consoles there are for PS3, there's got to be over, like, what? A billion PS3s?
Yeah, I would say roughly, but I'm not going to be really good with math right now. It's too late. Okay, so the teardown of the Xbox One, the console, the Kinect, the controller is finally revealed on how much it costs to manufacture one bundle. $471, which is approximately $90 more than Sony's PlayStation 4. So think about it. $471. They're only charging $500. They're not making that much of a profit. What's going to happen when they start cutting the games down to where months from now or even a year from now, like you said, spring of 2015 is when they're going to start to really cut
That's what they
cut
said
down the price.
Was the earliest estimate of a price lowering.
So the earliest estimate, even if they cut it by $50, they're losing money. By then, it might be cheaper.
This is from IGN, right?
Well, this is actually through a different source here. This is.
But you got to think, Microsoft, they buy their shit in bulk.
Yes.
Okay, and they've been going through the same suppliers for years, so they have a humongous discount. So they're probably getting these parts that they're supposed to say what the retail price is, and not the wholesale prices. So they're easily probably making $150 to $200 off of a console.
Console, here's the full breakdown. Console is $332. The Kinect, $75. The controller, $15. Power brick, $25. Headset, $10. And the whole production and everything's like $14.
What I want to know is where they're pulling these arbitrary numbers out of their ass from.
I just think that they're getting the number of, what was I said, 471, and they would think of, the kind of processor chip that they have, the hard drive, and everything put into it. That's the numbers that they're coming up with.
But the thing is, Microsoft owns its own,
their own testing facility, they own their own production company to where they can make everything in-house.
They can make their own shit in-house.
Yes.
So it's like they're not paying out of pocket, much.
Isn't it where Microsoft is, everything is made in the country, United States, and then Sony is the one that has everything that is shipped out from Japan and whatnot?
I wouldn't say it's 100% built all in America.
Well, I wouldn't say that either, but most of it, right? Because they do everything in-house.
Yeah, most of it. But Microsoft compared to the Sony itself, Microsoft, they could build other shit on their own. They have their own computer production companies where they build everything from the ground up. And Sony, they're getting imported anyway because Sony is not made in the U.S. It's either made in Brazil or in Taiwan or Japan, somewhere out in the Asian countries. So Japan, like I don't know, like I said, I don't know where they're pulling these arbitrary numbers out of their ass, because unless you actually have the actual breakdown physics of what discounts Microsoft gets because they build everything in house versus like bulk ordering, because they've been with these companies for so long, I doubt that they're even getting close to what it really costs them.
Well, this is coming from allthingsd.com, that article. It's where they do the full breakdown. So, I'm not quite sure. I can see why they're not going to be lowering down their prices. You need to stop pooping right now. I can see why they're not lowering down their prices for another year and a half, because they will be losing money. From what this article says, I'm sure we'll get an actual article at what is happening when it comes out. But I heard a weird rumor, and I haven't done research on it. The iPhone 4, that you really fucking stink, by the way. The iPhone 4 only costs about 7 cents to make. Have you heard that rumor?
Like now or back in the day?
Now. Yeah, back in the day, and they were charging $500
I wouldn't doubt it. They probably got like a stockpile of all this shit.
Amazing. Fucking amazing. I just think all those little smart watches, the 800,000 that was shipped and only 50,000 sold.
Yeah, not a big return on their investment.
No, not a big return at all, which is quite sad, because I was hoping.
Going bankrupt already?
Yeah, they're like Virgin Mobile. They're already bankrupt. No, I was really hoping that they were going to actually take off, and it was going to be like one of the newest things. Because if you would have seen a smartwatch in a movie, let's say James Bond, and then right after they would say, oh, you can buy a James Bond smartwatch in a local store, I think that'd be a really big push. They just didn't have any marketing for it. They show it as something that's cool. Oh, hey, I can send an email, or I can listen to messages from my watch, or I can talk into my wrist.
I look like a possessed person talking into my wrist. Soon, my precious, soon.
Like I work for the CIA or some shit. So I just think it's old technology that is trying to make it in today's market.
Oh, did you hear? My mom told me about this article. I know we don't talk about my mom that much, but she brought up a cool piece of tech news today.
Really?
She read an article that Amazon, by earliest of 2015.
I think I heard the same article.
Drones will be delivering packages to your home instead of a live person.
Yep, I heard that.
I cannot wait to hear the fallout on that shit. Someone's gonna shoot that drone out of the sky and steal all its packages.
I'm just thinking hey, go ahead and drop a really expensive $500 bowl of china. Shatters everywhere.
We're delivering fine china to this house, and the drone gets stuck in a tree.
I know, right? Well, I could kind of see it parachuting down to a safe.
Unless they're gonna hire people to pilot these things, just sit in the office chair and it's it's like it would be so how tempting it would be, because it has to have a camera on it to go into a second story window and start peeping.
I can see that happening, but with all the technology, I mean, shit, they can probably look through the roof right now of the office that we're in and see what we're doing. Maybe you never fucking know. There could be a drone outside that window right now. You never know.
Yep, and I go yes, smell my butt. I found the article.
Oh, there you go.
It's by Android Headlines. Basically, hold on, let me read this skim it real quick. The only thing that would make shopping online any better, besides even lowering the deals, is quicker shipping. Sure, you could pay an insane amount of money to next day air it, but you still have to wait around for a day or so. What if you could have your package delivered in 30 minutes or less? This doesn't sound fucking... They're calling it Prime Air.
Right, they're calling it Prime Air. How much do you think fucking shipping would be?
Probably a goddamn arm and a leg.
Overnight is almost the same price as the product, if not more, depending on what you're ordering. So to send it through a fucking drone?
I'm already waiting to hear a story where the military got put on alert because one of these drones fucking flew too close to a no-fly zone, and they start blowing your packages out of the air. Bogey in sight, Sidewinder missile.
The bogey in sight. I mean, you really got to sit down and think of everything that's going to be happening with that kind of stuff. Airports, restricted areas of some kind. But
well, according to this, the FAA, the Flight Association Airline or whatever, the people that make all the airline decisions have already said that they're a go for this project. You know what I mean? Because, all right, say the Predator drone, say the drone can carry more than one package. Like, because I'm looking at a concept picture here. There's actually 2 images. It looks like it carries a bus tub, or like what do they call it? A Rubbermaid bin. And saying it's carrying more than one package, like, what keeps the other person that gets the package first from stealing the other person's shit? Or, for this matter, someone just, like, shooting it with a gun out of the air. It's like, hey, look, it's one of them fancy drones. Boom! And, like, steals all the packages.
I think this is a fad and this is a rumor because everybody is so gung-ho about drones and technology and how it's really taken off to where these things are already flying around right now and they have been for years, and now it's just really come to surface. I think this is just all a hoopla. Is it going to happen in 2015? It might for some people, it might for some cases, but in order for this to be successful and to be affordable for a lot of people, I don't think it's going to happen for a long, long time.
I've got some Star Wars news. Officially described as Harrison Ford's Han Solo blaster. I know what it is, the DL-44 blaster from Han Solo's little hipster gun that he carried throughout the original series. You could buy the DL-44 blaster from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It expected to rise between $200,000 to $300,000 when it goes on sale later this month. But anyway, the pictures look amazing. Like, it's really old looking and beat up. But it's, I don't know, to own a piece of cinema history, and if I had like a shit ton of money, I would drop the $200,000 to $300,000 to buy it.
Would you really?
If I had money coming out of my ass, like millions upon millions and millions of dollars.
Well, from what it sounded like 2 seconds ago, something else is coming out of your ass.
Pure shit.
But I think if I had that kind of money, I would spend it on, it would be a replica, or it would, be a movie prop or something like that. But I would go.
You could own the real thing. Harrison Ford DNA is still on the handle.
Okay.
You could clone your own Harrison Ford.
Did he sperm all over it? No,
you could get DNA cells.
I would rather get a Batmobile. I would rather get one of the original General Lees. I would rather get something like that fits my own, fancy, because I'm a car guy. So I would like to get the original Adam West 60s Batmobile. That'd be fucking awesome to get. Could you really drive it? You would trailer it to shows. Think about it. You can make money trailing it to shows. People would give you money and stuff like that.
You're rich already. Why would you want to make more money?
Because you have to keep the inflow coming, man. You have to keep on getting some kind of income. You can't just go through and spend $1 million on a fucking car.
Steals ketchup packets from fucking Wendy's.
You're goddamn right.
Cheap bastard.
Go to Taco Bell, take out the ketchup packets.
According to Business Insider, Applebee's will be putting tablets at every table next year.
Really?
Yes, Applebee's is planning on introducing tablets in their restaurants by the end of 2014. Customers will reportedly be able to order Applebee's appetizers, desserts, pay for food, and play video games on tablets.
Well, they already have right now. Wasn't the Five Guy Burgers and Fries that we were at? No, we were at a airport restaurant, and it was like a chain restaurant and whatnot, but it had to where you can order all the food right there on a tablet.
It was
what the hell was
that?
It was
a burger chain. I think it was Halo Burger, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Halo Burger. I would remember that because they serve beer there. So I was like, fuck yeah, they serve beer. Why not?
I cannot remember that burger joint at all.
But that's pretty cool. And now in bars, not around here because they're not really high class, but really high class bars in Las Vegas, California, that kind of suburb area, they have touchscreen to order TVs inside the bar table, so you can do all your shit right there. And I would think to myself, wow, someone gets really drunk, slams down their drink, smashes the TV. Wow, that was a great fucking investment of $60,000 down the toilet. Away
more jobs from these poor waitresses that have no other means of income.
They're going to have robots. Basically, what's going to happen? They're going to have fucking robots. What I should do is I just watch that bar rescue show. I know that shit is faked and scripted and all that for most of it. But I should see if they're starting to do that in that television show, because I'm sure it is like one of the biggest things now. And I'm sure they're finally starting to make it more and more out there.
So I don't know if this is anything to do with like Twitter at all, but Apple's buying spree continues with 200 million Topsy acquisition. Is Topsy like something to do with Twitter at all?
I don't even know what Topsy is. I mean, hell, I find out what a selfie is 2 weeks ago. So how would I know what a Topsy is? You know,
it's taking a picture of your penis.
Well, while you're going to look on that, PS4 has sold over 250,000 consoles in the UK in the first 48 hours, where Xbox One only sold 150,000 units in the first 48 hours. So in the UK, PS4 has now gone through and dominated thus far in the UK.
Yeah, it was actually a Apple buys Twitter's analytics?
Analysis?
No, it says analytics startup Topsy Labs. So I'm assuming Topsy Labs is like the research and development for social media sites like Twitter and Instagram and Vine. So that's actually pretty big news if like Apple's buying up all these social media things. It just means like a push more things like buy Apple now.
So they bought it for a little over 200 million. I think that would be worth a lot more money.
It's not Star Wars. It's not worth $3.4 billion.
It sounds like they're buying into Twitter, but I can't see Twitter going around, you know, the globe and everything for the last... How long has it been out for?
What, Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
At least 5 years?
5 years at least.
So I can see them going on for at least another 5, if not another 10, depending on how they go through and market it. So on a daily use, 500 million tweets a day have gone through and, you know, are on Twitter. So it is still being used as of right now. I'm sure people are fucking tweeting right now about whatever's going on in the world. But
they're tweeting, I just farted. That is all.
That's what you should fucking tweet, you sick bastard.
So, would you like to get into movies and TV shows? Unless you got more,
No, let's go ahead and move right onto it.
So, we have to get this out of the way. I know that no one wants... For some odd reason, like, there's a weird fucking hatred towards Paul Walker and his death.
I won't say hatred. Actually, Andrew, he was pulling my leg a little bit. But there's a lot of controversy of people saying that he found out a little bit too much about what's going on with these drones in the military, so this was like a planned death. I sure as hell don't fucking believe it.
What kind of fucking crackhead sites is he even listening to?
I don't know.
Do I have to like search him for like he's been watching too much X-Files again. Jesus.
No, I heard
he
that.
He found out a secret he should not know.
I heard that. I'm like, are you really fucking
It's like Logan's Run. After a certain age, they fucking turn you into Soylent Green. You have to other people eat you.
When you said that, I thought of the Vine that we seen earlier of the really, really fat dude with Slimer on his belly. Oh, Lord Almighty, that was so funny to watch. God.
But anyway, if you guys haven't heard, but I'm pretty sure you have, Paul Walker, the actor, passed away at the age of 40. You may know him from his exports as in the Fast and Furious franchise.
6 out of the 7 movies in that. He was also on Blue Crush, I believe. When he
Blue Crush.
Played that surfer guy.
Let's see.
He has been in various movies throughout his acting career, and I'm sure his net worth is a couple $100 million, I would have to think. I'm not, looking at statistics on it, but Nate has a full movie list on when he started and what movies he's been in.
The first show that he ever showed up on was, or TV show, Monster in the Closet, Professor Bennett. And then he goes on later to do a couple TV series, Highway to Heaven, also Program to Kill, The Throb, Charles in Charge, which everyone knows, Who's the Boss, is Michael Haynes, and then What Dummy, The Young and the Restless, which is a
Soap opera.
Soap opera.
Wow, okay.
Which is on daytime TV. And
I don't know why I knew that.
he was also in Pleasantville as Skip Martin. If you guys ever watched the Pleasantville movie. He was also on Varsity Blues as Lance Harbor.
Right.
Basically, after that, he got into the Fast and Furious franchise, and his career completely took off from there. He later on appeared in...
It seems like he almost always played a cop after his role in Fast and Furious.
Almost every time. He played Into the Blue, also 8 Below, which is that...
That's what I was thinking of, Into the Blue instead of Blue Crush.
Yeah.
All right.
8 Below, which is that sled dog movie.
Right.
At the time, he was in production for Fast and Furious 7, and he was also in post-production for the movie Brick Manson's as Damien.
Okay, real quick. When this happened to Heath Ledger, did they ever release that second movie that he was already in post-production of?
I have no idea.
I don't think they did, because I'd never heard of it, or I'd never seen that marketed or advertised as Heath Ledger's last movie, and that was very, very sad.
His last movie was The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnasius.
So it sounds like an indie film, maybe? Because I've never fucking heard of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like an indie film. A traveling theater company gives an audience much more than they were expecting. So it is out.
What is the IMDb rating on that?
They give it a 6.8. Not bad.
Not bad. I really think that the Fast and Furious 7, the numbers are going to fucking skyrocket.
No, it's going to be the roof. Everyone's going to go see that movie.
It's going to be skyrocketing in the box office to see how they're going to kill him off, because they're already in, as you said, post-production. They're in production right now.
They were on holiday break during the Thanksgiving season. They've already been shooting for almost a month and a half before the Thanksgiving break.
So yeah, let's say what happened. Let's go through the breakdown of what happened leading up to it.
According to various sources that have been fact and checked, and I even double checked these because there's a lot of fake rumors going around that it's a hoax and all this other crap. Paul Walker was doing a charity auction, or not a charity auction, but he was
at a charity event.
A charity event through his charity. I wish I knew the name. His charity was Reach Out Worldwide. It was created back in 2010 for disaster relief for the Haiti earthquake. He was giving test rides for Porsches that day. You donate and you get to get a picture with Paul Walker, and you get to test drive some really cool vehicles. A buddy of his at the time, they haven't released his name yet, not that I've seen yet, wanted to test drive this Porsche.
From what I heard, he was a famous race car driver or something, to where he did this for a profession.
Who? Paul Walker or his friend?
His friend, who was driving, allegedly.
I don't know. I haven't really researched that as much, but I have not found his name yet. I think they're keeping it hush-hush for the family. Paul Walker's too big to keep it quiet.
As of right now, because the only reason why they knew it was Paul Walker is because of the dental records, because there was really nothing left.
And he was confirmed to be there that day for his charity.
Yes.
Basically, his friend wanted to drive it. Paul Walker was the passenger. They decided to go for a quick spin, and according to the witnesses there, they did not hear the vehicle reach max RPMs, because in a high-performance vehicle, you can hear them revving up. All they heard was a loud bang and crash. And according to the police report, the vehicle lost control, hit the curb, bounced off 2 trees, and then hit a light post, which basically splayed the car almost in half. And on that model Porsche, the gas tank is in the front of the vehicle, which turned it into a fiery death ball.
You guys would have to sit down and think that speed was an issue in this accident. If you guys have seen the pictures, yeah, it does look like a fiery wreck because it's burnt, but...
According to this, it was a red 2005 Porsche Carrera GT, which belonged to his friend. The actor was the passenger, and his friend lost control and slammed the vehicle into a tree and then bounced into a light pole, which then ignited the car into like a fiery explosion.
Really, there's nothing left. It's just rubble, and you can just make out what a tire and an aluminum rim is.
So, it was a pretty horrific way to die.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was quick. It had to be quick, and this really brings up we were talking about at.
Well, I just got sick and tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? People.
This is like Ryan Dunn almost.
People are going like, oh, it's like, haha, he's famous for all these movies for driving, blah 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 blah. It's like he wasn't driving. You know what I mean? It was a freak accident. Like no one's immortal. And I guess according to the site that I'm on, Just Jared, Vin Diesel speaks at Paul Walker's memorial at the crash site. And there is a video. It's about 15 seconds long. Just wanted to say to you all, if my brother were here right now and he saw all of the love you are bringing here, Vin said, if he could see for himself that all of you have shown up to show my brother love at this hard time, his family gets to see all of you show the love you have shown Paul. It's going to stay with me forever. I just wanted to say thank you for coming down here and showing that angel up in heaven how much you appreciate him. Before the private memorial service for Paul's family and the cast and crew of Fast and Furious series, police made fans vacate the area. A permit was obtained by Universal to shut down the streets surrounding the crash site from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. for the service. So, I guess they held a private service. They also showed pictures of, what is the guy from Too Fast, Too Furious that was his co-star?
Are you talking about the rapper?
Yeah, not Ludacris, but the other guy.
Are you talking about the guy who played Tyrese,
Tyrese.
the black gentleman? I cannot remember his name.
He showed up during the regular day and basically started bawling his eyes out in front of everybody. And it was also said that the actress that played Mia, that plays his wife in the show, actually showed up but did not get out of her car. I guess it was too heartbreaking for her to get out of her car.
Yeah, I think, man. They probably didn't know each other before the movie series began, but it's going on to their 8th movie right now, and they've been together for 7, so they probably got together, they barbecue, they've hung out, and they've done stuff over the years. So yes, they are family at this point, and it would be just like losing a family member, and it's tough because he was only 40 years old. He had a long time to go for his acting career, and I'm sure he's one of those actors where he would go through and he would act almost up until the day he died, and he would always be that car dude in the movie or that FBI agent or whatnot. It's just it's quite sad.
When I heard that he passed away, it's like I almost didn't believe it at first. I thought it was a hoax because
Jackie Chan fucking seems like he dies every week.
Well, I just got done watching the Fast and Furious 6, you know what I mean? And I go like, no way in hell that he just die.
Right.
And it took me a while to just finally accept that he passed away. And it's gonna suck because now that they're already in shooting for the Fast and Furious 7 movie. The Universal's already put a hold on production and has pulled a emergency meeting with all the cast members and the scriptwriters to find a proper, respectful way of rewriting the script in Paul's memory. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that.
It's going to be very interesting. A little bit more news about the Fast and Furious movie. It is currently delayed for production, but it is not canceled. So that was a rumor that they were going to just cancel and scrap the movie. It is only delayed at this point in time.
Show the love that you've shown Paul. It's going to stay with me forever. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for coming down here and showing that angel up in heaven how much you appreciate it.
And that was Vin Diesel talking and saying, thank you for showing my movie brother, I guess you can say, just what it means.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm coming off the high of Fast and Furious 6 that it just sucks 10 times worse.
Let's go ahead and have a quick moment of silence. All right. And we're back. Long story short, let's go and close out on this sad time, especially in the podcast.
Let's continue talking about movies.
Everybody's world, but he will be missed, and it will be something to where he will not be forgotten in any way, shape, or form, especially for this Fast and Furious franchise, if it keeps on going or if it stops at this movie coming up.
So I'm excited since it's now December, and The Desolation of Smaug is going to be out in 10 days.
So, holy crap, that came up quick.
10 days for Desolation of Smaug. Woohoo!
Oh, this also means that we have to find a new charity to give out for this month. I am going to go through with you, Nate. So by the time this podcast gets released, go ahead and check our Facebook, and we'll have a new
donation.
donation.
Let's start our own charity, The Hungry Fat Man. You must feed the fat man.
Feed his needs for being morbidly obese.
Bring me more chicken.
Bring me all the ham, as what Lee would say. So make sure you guys go and check out our Facebook on our website, everydaygamersociety.com. And next week's podcast will go and release what donation we're going to be supporting for the month. I don't even know what December's awareness month is, sadly enough, if it's anything in particular.
But other than that, go ahead and check out our Facebook already. I already linked this week's video of the week,
which is
Star Wars Detours. I put on one of the trailer videos on there.
We also have sad news about this, though.
Yes. I talked about Star Wars Detours several months ago, and I was super excited. It was funny as hell. It's by the creators.
Up laughing at the fucking trailer, the teaser trailer that it had. It was so fucking hilarious.
It is by the makers of Seth Green and some of the people from Robot Chicken as well. A lot of people, like voice actors for that matter, come in and help with Star Wars Detours, and it was a baby of George Lucas's. It was basically a sitcom centered around the Star Wars universe and how George Lucas saw it. Until the Disney buyout or purchase of the Star Wars franchise, LucasArts and Lucasfilm, it was a go. But as soon as Disney bought it, it kind of halted production. They already have 40 episodes already filmed, cut together, and done. They have 60 scripts altogether. Seth Green sat down with the new Star Wars creative director. I cannot remember her name. Good Lord. But he sat down with her and they started talking about the future of Star Wars, and according to her, she said it would be nice just to wait until the new Star Wars franchise comes out, so it doesn't pollute the storyline market, because they plan on putting Star Wars Detours. It's clean enough that they'd put it on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network during the day.
It is very funny humor to where if you guys are Star Wars fans, or even if you're not, if you've only just seen a little bit of the movie or of the franchise, you guys will freaking laugh.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is the best character so far. They basically made him the homeless man of the Star Wars universe.
It is so funny. I'll go and add a clip in the cesspool of one of these short little 1-minute teaser trailer that they have, but
it's actually the one I linked for the week.
Oh,
the video of the week.
Excellent. Okay,
the video of the week is the best one with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It includes a marble, a sandwich, and him using his so-called Jedi mind powers.
Yep, he has got to be the funniest character.
We will not spoil it for you guys, but guys, go on our Facebook, Everyday Gaming Society, and check that out because it is freaking hilarious.
You'll pee your pants laughing.
Oh, man.
But they also brought, if you remember Robot Chicken at all, you remember Gary the Stormtrooper and his companion. They also brought those two back in. They are voiced by the guy that plays Tucker from, not Tucker, but Turk from Scrubs, and also Matthew Broderick. Not Matthew Broderick. Good Lord. He looks just like him and sounds just like him, but it's not Matthew Broderick. Oh, I feel so bad now.
While you go and you search that little piece of information, I forgot to say this in the tech video game kind of portion of our podcast, but if you guys are fans of Rooster Teeth, as Nate and I are, Rooster Teeth is now setting up a store in the United Kingdom, and they're having an awesome sale right now. It's 35% off, and they now have watches coming out. They got skateboard decks. They have a lot of weird things, and if you guys love Griffball in the Halo 2 and 3 video game series, they do have grip balls, like little plush balls, and they are now going to be completely out of stock. No more. They only do this for a few cons, so guys, go ahead and order that while it's cheap. So Nate, with your article?
So it's Breckin Meyer, the guy that's from Franklin and Bash. He is reprising his role as one of the stormtroopers, and those two together, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the number one, but the second favorite of mine are the two stormtroopers together. They're basically the same stormtrooper you see in Robot Chicken, where they go to Aunt Beru's house and they have blue milk, and they accidentally set the house on fire. Or they get in trouble by Lord Vader because he brought his daughter to work day. You'll love it to death. It's just...
The funny little details, you even said, Nate, I never noticed this until a couple minutes ago before we started the podcast. Darth Vader, his little...
his light bright chest.
His control panel, I guess you can call it, in front of him, has a fucking red crayon.
A red crayon and a small, silly straw for him to drink out of.
It is just awesome.
It's just a lot of inside humor for the Star Wars universe, and it's funny as hell. As soon as you watch these, you're like, I want to see the full thing. But Seth Green said that he agreed with the creative director for the new Star Wars films, and they said they're going to wait. Who knows how long we're going to have to wait. Hopefully, maybe after the first film or the second film. Hopefully, they don't wait for all three to come out before they even think about
exactly, because that can be, as you said, 8 and I said 15 years, because at that time they're going to have to pretty much reshoot, because it's going to be so downgraded technology for the animated series. It is just going to be just not that good as what it would have been if they released it right now.
I think they should wait until at least after the first film and then release it. You know what I mean? If not, release it as a web series. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny for adults. Like me, it's super clean, but the thing is, it is so funny, like, I even laugh my ass off because I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
It's cute, and, you know, for kids, they would sit down and they would laugh. Kids will enjoy this kind of stuff.
But I think adults would get, like, the humor a lot better.
Oh, the hardcore dedicated fans,
hardcore dedicated
yes.
fans, because a lot of these jokes are inside jokes that only, like, diehard Star Wars nerds from, like, the original series and, like, some of the new stuff would get, but it's clean enough for little kids to watch.
Yes.
That's what's great. You can sit down with your kids and have a laugh with them.
So while we're talking in the movie portion of our podcast, 50 Shades of Grey, the movie is now beginning their filming and production. So they're no longer in pre-production, they're in their actual production itself.
Who did they end up getting?
They're adding musician Rita Ora as Christian Grey's sister. As of right now, I'll post that article in the cesspool so you guys can see what she looks like. I've never read the book, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. If you guys want to go ahead and send us a little bit of fan mail, egsproductions@hotmail.com, and tell us what you guys think, if this is a good move by the guys who has put out this movie, or if you guys think that it is just a horrible fucking movie, she's going to just do a horrible job, just let us know. I find it funny how a lot of musicians are now getting into acting. I know it's always been out there, but
it's kind of like the trend. You know what I mean? Like
it seems like they're going to pursue.
It's a lot of
different
Disney
career.
stars. If you watch this pattern,
I mean, shit, like Hannah Montana.
Well, Hannah Montana, iCarly, like Drake and Josh. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, they kind of went in the opposite direction.
Even Selena Gomez. You know what I mean? They went from acting. They started off as acting, then they went into music,
right?
And then they're also into acting as well. Now, with some of these singers, it's been happening for the past 5 to 10 years, especially now with, like, what's her face, Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? She was basically the leading force behind, like, singers being able to be,
good country and pop and all that kind of stuff.
To be, like, actresses or actors. But I don't know. I just don't think they should cross their platforms like that at all. I mean, you may be an amazing, phenomenal singer, but you could be a piss-poor fucking actor or actress.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that could ruin your image quicker than you could spit. Yeah,
that is very true. So, you know what? If that does happen, let it only happen once. Let it be a life lessons. Get some more acting. You know, just some more acting. What's what I'm looking for? Acting
experience.
Thank you.
Chops.
Yeah, just more acting experience, and
go to Juilliard. Take some lessons.
Stick with what you were good at, just to keep on making your money and keep on producing stuff, or just take a break. Take a break, relax, rethink, retool, and then get out and redo it. Speaking of movies, I have not really sat down and watched movies. I sat down and tried watching Clerks 2, fell asleep, And then I woke up, turned on the PlayStation, turned on the TV and all that, put on Netflix, and then I sat down and watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And fell asleep again. So that's kind of like
stoner movies put you to sleep.
Yeah, just knocked it right out, dude. My dreams were so crazy. Let me tell you. No, they really weren't. Coming out, already out actually, the movie Frozen, Disney's movie, $66.7 million in 3 days.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the box hit of the Christmas season.
Exactly, but the Hunger Games topped that for the weekend, $74.5 million. So currently,
yeah, but they've been out since November, not December.
Still, but yeah, worldwide it is almost $600 million after 2 weeks being released.
So, Out of the Furnace, Christian Bale's new film. When Ronnie Blaze mysteriously disappears and law enforcement fails to follow through, his older brother Russell takes matters into his own hands to find justice.
Dun dun dun.
Where is he? Because basically Christian Bale plays his older brother.
I know. I don't think I can really take Christian Bale
Comes
seriously.
out halfway in the bat suit. Where is he?
Well, yeah, I think when I see Christian Bale now, I'm going to think that, because the guy Gerard Butler, every time I see him in movies, I always think of Sparta. You know, he'll just kicking the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Or what we were talking about before the podcast, Mel Gibson screaming freedom with face paint.
His face paint on from Braveheart. Freedom.
Yeah, so I always think of actors and their like one major huge hit that made them famous.
So also coming soon to theaters, or in theaters, it's coming soon December 7th.
Blarg honk.
December 6th, coming soon to theaters. The Last Days on Mars with Levi Schroeder. I don't know. The pictures look kind of terrible. The suits look like they're something from like a 70s to 80s like astronaut film, like Space Camp.
Space Camp. Why does it sound so familiar?
Send Jake to moon. Ooh, like the crazed robot, like has like Mac. I think the robot name was Space Camp. Hold on.
Space Camp.
Yeah, you'll know what it is as soon as you see it.
I know Space Jams with Michael Jordan and the entire Looney Tune cast. So while you're looking up that,
Space Camp, 1986. A young attendants of a space camp find themselves in a space launch for real by a crazed robot. It's got a lot of... It's a funny movie. Like, who plays the voice of the robot? It doesn't say. This young kid Kevin, like, he goes to space camp and he goes like, oh, it'd be really cool to go out in space. And this robot is like a space robot that repairs the space station. And they have it on hand to teach the kids, like, and show them cool little science fiction stuff. And, like, the kid confides in the robot, and the robot takes it upon himself to go, like, because they get to go sit in the actual, like, shuttle that's sitting on the launch pad and see what it's like. And the robot takes upon himself to break into the NASA offices and initiate a launch and shoots them off into space. And the only one that knows how to be an astronaut is the teacher that is trapped inside with them. And they basically have to learn how to become astronauts on the fly. And they come through with problems because they got launched without enough fuel, they didn't have enough air, so they have to go to like the International Space Station, or not Space Station, but at the time it was like the International Platform where they kept extra air tanks and like supplies up in space. And they had to find air, and basically they had to learn how to rough it in space and then land it back on Earth.
sounds kind of crappy.
And then the robot was dismantled and shot in the face for being such a douchebag.
Oh, happy ending for the children then.
I want to watch this movie again. I haven't seen it in fucking forever. I used to watch it on VHS all the time.
You want a movie that I haven't seen forever? The Mummy. And guess what? They're getting a reboot release date.
Oh, God.
So-
Brendan Fraser?
I'm sure it will be Brendan Fraser, and I'm sure it will be The Rock again in his horrible CGI body.
See, the last movie, like the
my
Dragon
God.
Emperor, as soon as they replaced Eevee, it was
It
complete
was
shit.
horrible.
It was complete shite.
It was like the Spider-Man 3 of the series.
It was the Spider-Man 3 of the fucking Mummies.
Everybody got herpes after watching that and major crying diarrhea. But April 16th...
Mummy herpes. Oh, God. They never go away.
April 16th of 2013, that is when it is going to be now released for the the wonderful Mummy reboot, and I hope it's not going to be a fucking trilogy. I don't have a whole lot to talk about when it comes to comics this week. I've pretty much fallen really behind, sad to say. I have not seen the new Walking Dead, the mid-season finale, and I cannot fucking stand that they do these mid-season finales still.
I have. You want to know what happened?
No, I don't.
Someone died.
I'm sure someone does die. It's just a matter of time.
Someone very annoying that should have died a long time ago. Which is basically 90% of the cast.
Dead Rising 3. If you guys have a comic shop around you, go to it now. Actually, it'll be whenever this gets released. So Wednesday, when most of your new comics come out. But Dead Rising 3 is supposed to be having a comic come out, and you can actually get a free digital copy of the comic if you go to this link right here. And while the offer still lasts, I have not downloaded it, I have not checked it out, but I would hope and think it would be pretty good because it was after the game. So I don't know, you can just see, check it out. Do we have a podcast of the week this week, Nate?
I don't know, do we, Steven?
I don't know, Nathaniel.
But anyway, this week's podcast of the week brought to you by Nate. Because he's cool. Cooler than Steve. Oh, yeah. So anyway, this week's podcast of the week I found interesting and awesome. It is called Chronicles of the Nerds. It is basically a nerd podcast where they sit down and they just talk about nerddom. They have over 95 podcasts, plus they also have a side podcast as well called Nerd Fight, which just ended, sadly. I found Nerd Fight a lot more entertaining than Nerd Chronicles. No offense to Nerd Chronicles, they're really good, but I liked it when there's a bunch of people in the room fighting and arguing, and I find that more entertaining. But go ahead and check them out. They're a really great podcast. Hopefully he brings back Nerd Fight one day.
I'm sure they will bring back Nerd Fight, but they probably got just so much going on right now, and it seems like that they're doing great as far as Chronicles of the Nerds, as far as they go. It looks like that they release it every week, although that there's not one most recently, so it should be coming out here within the first... Actually, today.
The most recent one was the final Nerd Fight.
No, I'm talking about the Chronicles of the Nerds.
No, but they're the same people.
Right.
So they just got done doing the final Nerd Fight. So their Chronicles of the Nerds podcast episode should be coming out pretty soon.
Should be coming out today, actually, by looking at this. What con were they at? They were at a con doing a live event for their last episode of Nerd Fights.
I think it was San Diego Comic-Con.
Was it really? Good for them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
Could be wrong in that. It's fucking 4 a.m. here, so...
Yeah, right.
I'm starting to lose my mental capacity.
Alright, guys. Well, please go and visit our website, everydaygaming.society.com. Visit our Twitter, EGS Productions. Visit our Facebook. Where, Nate?
Where? What?
Okay, Everyday Gaming Society on our Facebook.
EverydayGamingSociety.com. Visit us on our Facebook, EGS Productions Podcast, and check out our Facebook, Twitter, and WordPresses.
Oh, yes, WordPresses. I forgot to throw that in there.
Oh, yes, our WordPresses. I write every day. Not really.
No, you don't. Once a month, and I tell you, write something, you asshole.
Well, I don't have much to write about. I'm not a writer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a talker.
Oh, that's why we have a podcast. We should come out with another podcast.
You should buy me Dragon.
Dragon? What?
Are you
talking about, like, the book, Dragon?
No, Dragon, like the program where you just talk, and it dictates everything you say.
Oh, yeah. You can get that on the iPhone. Isn't it pretty cheap, though? Like $5? Or is it, like...
For the computer version, it's like $60.
Oh, yeah, fuck you. You can have the mobile version.
He treats me so meanly.
Go drink my Jack Daniels and beat my wife.
I know someone who's getting a lump of coal up its ass this year.
Up his ass?
Yes.
You're gonna
up your ass.
You're going to leave me a stocking with a lump of shit. You're not
Right,
going to waste
Claus.
money on coal.
Santa Claus Bane out in the cold.
It's funny when you were...
Here comes later, Doctor.
It's funny when you were doing the intro for this month's podcast. It sounded like Bane came out in your Santa voice.
Bane Santa Claus.
I just found that funny.
No, brother. They'll expect one of us in the wreckage. You must stay in the sleigh.
Just going back and listening, like watching the movie and listening to it, was like, my God, I could just picture fucking Nate with his little coffee mug.
Have you come back to watch your city burn?
Stop farting.
Ho, ho, ho.
Jolly good time in the office. Smell like fucking ass all night.
We're going to burn the city down to the ground.
All we have to do is light a match within a 5-mile radius of this little bedroom, and it's just gonna explode.
What a lovely singing voice. You must sing Jingle Bells all the way.
Whatever.
Oh, what 'tis fun 'tis to ride in a one-horse Bane sleigh.
Is that it? Are you done?
Ho, ho.
Yeah, we're done. Alright, guys, thank you for listening to another fucking week of us talking and rambling about random shit in the gaming video. Video game, movie, TV, comic, and all that kind of fun shit. So,
Would you like the hoopla this week?
the hoopla.
Hoopla.
What's
Kapla.
What's the hoopla kapla?
Klingon Bane Santa Claus. Kapla.
Hoop on clay. Alright, guys, I will talk to everybody next week.
Thank you guys for listening this week. Sorry for me kind of bugging out at the end. It's a mixture of methane gas and like being very, very tired.
I say we really don't have good oxygen ventilation in this room.
It's been a long week.
We are very depleted right now. Our brain cells are slowly dying and falling out of our ears while we're talking.
But anyway, guys, thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Thank you for listening to us. And go ahead, if you want, give us a review on iTunes podcast catcher. Just
That's
say
right.
something nice. Anything would be awesome. Just say, hey, I'm here. It's like first. We still haven't gotten our first.
No. Someone beat it to it. I think it was someone named Ryan beat whoever was going to write first on our iTunes.
So just go on there and say, I love Bane or something like that. Just give us a review or a like. Go on Facebook, like us. Anything will help. You know what I mean? You guys are awesome.
That's right, it will. All right, guys. I do appreciate it, as does Nate. We'll talk to everybody next week. We hope everybody's Thanksgiving was well, and hopefully, if you are, Jewish right now, you guys are Jewish right now.
Just shut up while your head.
If you guys are Jewish, enjoy your Hanukkah, enjoy presents, and think of us when you're opening up presents.
Dreidel, I made you out of clay.
If you get a pet rock, don't blame us.
Dreidel.
All right, guys. Talk to you guys
My
next
name
week.
is Bane. Hey.